Today, I am talking to you all about what is standing in your way, standing against your dreams. And I am so excited to talk to you all about this. How many of you all, put it in the chat, how many of you all desire to live a life that's so great, live your dreams, and leave this world better than you found it? How many of you all want to make this world better and leave this world better than you found it? How many of you all want to get to the end of your life and look back on your life and be happy and proud of the life that you lived? If that's you, say me. I heard that's right. Face my beauty. If that's you, then say me. Put me in the chat. If that's you, then you're just like me. I can remember the very first time that I spoke in front of a high school audience. Y'all, I was so terrified. I was scared. I was nervous. I had so much anxiety inside of me. I was just shaking and quivering. And it was my turn to go next. And I can remember the guy in front of me handing me the microphone. And when he handed me the microphone, I was still nervous. I was shaky. I was scared. And as soon as I opened my mouth, the words began to flow like water. And I remember this feeling of feeling electrified. It was like my soul just lit up. And I can remember after that, I called my mom. My mom was my best friend, y'all. I called my mom and I said, Mom, I just spoke and it was like my soul was on fire. And I was so excited and thrilled. And my mom said, Aishah, like if you're really thinking about speaking, you should reach out to Les Brown if this is something that you really want to do. And I was just like, I don't know. She said, Aishah, go for it. Try, just see. You don't know what will happen. But I never did because I allowed fear that I wasn't good enough, fear that I didn't have what it took, fear that I would be rejected, fear that I was too young. I had all this fear inside of me and I allowed that fear to be my prison. It took 15 years for me to make the call. 15 years. How many of you all are sitting on the sidelines of life, watching everybody else live their dreams because you're too afraid to live your own? How many of you all is fear your prison? How many of you all are in bondage because of the fear that you're currently experiencing? Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear what other people may think, fear what other people may say. How many of you all are allowing fear that you're not enough to get out of your own way and to get into the world? If that's you, say me. Because today is all about liberation. Today is all about breaking through those fears. How many of you all know that the graveyard is the richest place on planet Earth? Because it's full of people who had dreams and ideas, God ideas that God put in them. They had God ideas that God put in them, and they went to the grave with their dreams. They went to the grave with their dreams. How many of you all know that our dreams that come from God are supposed to come out of us? We're supposed to give birth to these dreams to leave this world a better place than we found it. We are not supposed to die with our dreams still in us. And the point is, until we get in alignment, until we break free from the prison, until we break free and let go of everything that's standing in the way of our dreams, we will never truly live the abundant life that God has for us. We will never become the people we were born to be. We will never become the women and men that reach our fullest potential and rise up to our greatness. Everybody in the chat say enough is enough. Enough is enough. If you are ready to break free from what is holding you back, the chains, the fear, the doubt, the self-criticism, the rejection, if you are ready to break free, then today say enough is enough. Because let me tell you something. The enemy is plotting. The enemy is plotting. The enemy got a plan for you. The enemy got a plan for me. And the enemy is hoping that we all run out of time. He's hoping I run out of time. He's hoping you run out of time. He's hoping your kids run out of time. He's hoping your brother, your sister, everybody. He's hoping they run out of time. And the way that the enemy plots against us, the way that he gets to us is these three things: distraction, destruction, and disbelief. Distraction, destruction, and disbelief. Let's start with disbelief. See, the enemy doesn't want you to believe in the all-powerful presence of the one God, the God that created the Jews, the Christians, the Muslims, the sun, the moon, the stars, because there is only one. He doesn't want you to believe in the powerful presence of God. And he also doesn't want you to believe in the powerful presence of the God within you. He doesn't want you to believe in the powerful presence of the God within you. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Who am I talking to today? The powerful presence of the God that is within you. Because when you don't believe in the powerful presence of the God within you, then you're walking around on earth as an imposter. You're walking around on earth in an identity that's not rooted in God, in an identity that's not even true to who you are. And as a result of that identity, your beliefs, your life, your destiny will crumble and shrink down to that mediocrity. So we have to begin to adopt a different idea and a different belief about who we are. And until we assassinate these false beliefs, of these ideas that are running around in our mind, until we assassinate them, our mind will be set. And wherever our mind is set, that determines the distance we go in life. Nothing else determines the distance that we go in life besides our mindset. So I want to ask you all today, where's your mindset? Where is your mindset? In order to get to the destination that God has for us, we have to adopt certain beliefs. And the beliefs that we adopt come from the thoughts that we think. And the thoughts that we think and the beliefs that we have, they develop our habits. And those habits lead to success. So I want you all to ask yourselves the question, what am I believing? What are my beliefs? What do I believe about God? What do I believe about myself? What do I believe about my abilities? About what I am truly capable of? Ask yourself that question. And then I want you to ask yourself the question, who am I believing? Am I believing God? Am I believing God when he said, I am going to make man in my image? God said, I am going to make man in my image. So if we are made in the image of God, why are we walking around here like we don't know who we are? We don't know how powerful we are. We don't know how great we are. We don't know the capabilities that we have. And as long as we continue on this journey of not recognizing who we are, then our life will never be what it's meant to be. We'll never reach our dreams. We'll never reach our destination. We will never become the people we were born to be. So ask yourself the question, who am I believing? Am I believing God or am I believing the enemy? Because the enemy gonna sit here and tell you, you ain't nothing. You're fat, you're ugly, you got all these problems. You're not smart enough, you wasted too much time, you're not good enough, you're not ready. Oh, you need to go get this, you need to go do that. Are you believing God or are you believing the enemy? That's right, beauty brown girl. This is confirmation. God told me I'm coming on here for somebody today, and it might just be you. All right? Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. So let's talk about these things: distraction, destruction, and disbelief. So number 2, distraction. The number one reason people don't reach their goals, don't reach their dreams in life, the number one reason is broken focus. Everybody say broken focus. It's those 2 words, broken focus. Everybody who has ever been successful at anything, whether it's losing weight, whether it's becoming a great basketball star, whether it's Oprah Winfrey, whether it's acting on television, whatever it is that God put in them that they really desired to do, whatever it is, they were focused on it. Everybody say focus. Focus, the acronym, follow one course until successful. Focus. Follow one course until successful. My biggest struggle, my biggest challenge has always been spreading myself too thin. Investing in real estate, getting business credit, coaching people, speaking, writing books, starting organizations, speaking in nonprofits. All these different ideas and all these different things that I desire to do and spreading myself too thin. And guess what happens when you do that? Every year, you write down the same exact goals and you don't even move forward on them. Come on, somebody. How many of you all have had the same goals on your paper and you have not checked most of them off? Come on, somebody. We got to talk about focus. It's the key. It's the key because it's easy to get distracted. Drop in the chat how easy is it to get distracted. Social media distractions, toxic relationship distractions, Television. How many lies are we being pumped through the television? Right? How easy is it to get distracted? All the drama that's going on in life, all the drama going on in your family, in the world. How easy is it to get distracted? Or maybe you even have multiple interests, multiple things that you have a desire to do. Let's talk about this word, focus. Focus. What is the one thing that you want to do more than anything else? The one thing that nags at your spirit, the one thing that you have not been able to let go of, the one thing that you've always dreamed of. What is the one thing that if this was your last year on earth that you would have wanted to accomplish and leave the world a better place? What is that thing? That's what you focus on. And you go all in on that. And as you go all in on that, and you focus on that, then you can narrow down your pathway and you can let go of some of these distractions. We have to have an honest assessment of who we are. We have to have an honest assessment of our life. And I want you all to be honest, because the biggest thing about getting to that next level is we got to have self-awareness. Everybody say self-awareness. Self-awareness. We have to be aware. Ask yourself this question. How am I being distracted? In what ways am I being distracted? Who is distracting me? Is it people? Is it social media? Is it my environment? Is my environment cluttered? Is it toxic? Is it the area? How am I being distracted? And then we have to begin to make some decisions, right? And we got to ask ourselves, are these distractions worth our destiny? Is this relationship that ain't going nowhere worth my destiny? Is this person, this job I'm going to every single day that I hate, is it worth my destiny? Or am I willing to have the courage and the faith to start sowing seeds somewhere else? What is my destiny worth to me? What is my destiny worth to me? Come on, somebody. I know I'm speaking to somebody today. So, number 3, destruction. Everybody say destruction. Destruction. Type it in the chat. You know what's so slick about the enemy? The enemy is so slick. The enemy is so slick. He can get you to destroy yourself and you won't even realize you're doing his job for him. The enemy is so slick that he can get you to destroy yourself, me to destroy myself, and we don't even realize we're doing his job for him. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. And one of the ways that he does this is we begin to take the thoughts that he has about us and occupy them in our own mind. His thoughts become our thoughts. The way he sees us becomes the way we see ourselves. The way he talks about us becomes the way we talk about ourselves. Come on, somebody. And then we begin to become destroyed with the food. God already told us that he gives us herbs and seed-bearing fruit. Come on, somebody. We destroying our own selves with the food we putting in our body. The other day I was going to make a juicing video and I cracked open the orange. It didn't even have seeds in it. I had to throw it out. God said, I have given you herbs and seed-bearing fruit. What's up with the diet? We destroying our own selves, right? We destroying our own selves. And let's talk about the toxic emotions. Destruction. How many of us are angry about something that happened yesterday, last year, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, still ain't let it go? Even if you've repressed it or haven't thought about it, that energy is still in your body, in your DNA, inside of you. Anger, heartbreak, bitterness, sadness, loneliness, abandonment, rage, feelings of inadequacy, all of those toxic emotions, we store them. And then we wonder why we have such a large population of people who are on medication for anxiety, for depression, for stress. This is not normal. This is not what God said about living an abundant life. How is that abundant? We as a human race are out of order. And it's time to get back in order. And the way we get back in order is by first getting ourselves in order. Getting our spirit in order, getting our mind in order, getting our body in order, getting our life in order, getting our heart in order. That is the only way we can begin to pass this information on and become who we were born to be. Because as a result of this self-destruction, this self-destructive behavior in our minds, our body, and our spirits, what's the result? People walking around here with low self-worth. Don't believe in yourself. Don't have confidence in yourself. Don't love yourself. And so as a result of that, you have a belief system that you're inadequate. So you stay in these relationships that don't serve you. So you put the food in your body that's harming you and destroying you. So you don't take a chance on your dreams that God put in your heart. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to destruction. And then you get depressed and have anxiety and stress, and you continue the cycle over and over again. And God forbid that you have kids watching you or a family watching you. And then you pass it on to them subconsciously and you don't even realize it. And that's why I'm saying that the enemy is so slick that he can get you to destroy yourself and your family and you don't even realize it. Come on, somebody. Who am I talking to today? Because I know I ain't just talking to myself. So we got to become aware, right? It's time to wake up. Everybody put in the chat, wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. I want you all to ask yourself the question, how am I destroying me? How am I destroying me? How am I destroying my kids? How am I destroying my family? How am I destroying the community? How am I destroying me? Is it the food? Is the food I'm putting in my body healing me or hurting me? Are the emotions that I feel dominantly, those emotions, are they hurting me or are they healing me? The relationships that I have, my friends, are they really my friends? Am I really their friend? Are they hurting me or are they healing me? Do they eyes light up when they see me? The relationship, is it hurting you or healing you? Is it pouring into you or taking away from you? Your habits, are your habits hurting you or healing you? Are they getting you closer to your destiny, closer to your goals, closer to your dreams, or are they holding you back? Your belief system, how you think, what you believe, is it hurting you or is it healing you? That is the question that you want to begin to ask yourself every single day. Am I hurting me or am I healing me? Am I hurting myself or am I helping myself if I do this? What are the thoughts that I'm thinking? Are they hurting me or are they healing me? The last thing I want you to think about is if I continue eating this way, thinking this way, feeling this way, doing things this way, what will my life look like 5 years from now? What will my life look like 10 years from now? What will my life look like at the end of my life? Will I have become the person that God called me to be? Will I have become that person and left a legacy for my kids and my grandkids to follow? Would I have left a legacy or would I have went to the grave with my dreams? Would I have robbed the world of my greatness? Would I have represented God the way he made me to represent him? He said, greater is he that is in you that is in the world. Come on, somebody. It's time to wake up and step into your true identity in God. You are chosen for greatness. You are chosen for a purpose. You are chosen to do something nobody else can do. Only you can do it. That's why we all got our own unique fingerprint. What is going to be the fingerprint you put on this world? What is your fingerprint going to be? Because only you can decide that. And are you going to continue to allow these distractions to become a prison and run out of time? Because I'm going to tell you something. The enemy hoping you run out of time. The enemy hoping I run out of time. He hoping that we run out of time. Y'all, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking every day. The clock is ticking. It's time to wake up. Everybody say wake up. So when I ask you all what's standing in the way of your dreams, ask yourself that. What's standing in the way of my dreams? And the answer to the question, even though we may want to say it's the enemy ain't standing in your way. The enemy can only talk, whisper. The enemy don't put food in your mouth. The enemy don't think your thoughts for you. The enemy don't hold energy in your body. The enemy don't have no power to do that. You are standing in your own way from your dreams. I'm standing in my own way. The enemy that we have to face is us. There's a great African proverb that says, when there is no enemy on the inside, the enemy on the outside can do you no harm. How are you being your own enemy? How are you standing in your own way from living the life that you know God has for you? Some of us are stressed out, dealing with anxiety, depression, all these things because we're out of order. We're not in order. We're not in order with what God has commanded and with the way that he wants us to be. And as a result of that, our lives reflect that. So my question is this: are you ready to stop being your own enemy? Are you ready to stop being your own enemy? Are you ready to wake up and put on a new mind and move forward into your destiny? If you're ready, say, yes, I'm ready. If you're ready, say, yes, I'm ready in the chat. I know that's right, Sonya. If you're ready, say, yes, I'm ready. But you got to do the work. And it takes work. It's not easy changing. It's not easy putting on a new mind. It's not easy becoming that woman. It's not easy shedding the skin. It's not easy healing emotional pain. It's not easy giving up past traumas that broke your heart. It's not easy to walk away from people that you loved with all your heart, but you know they don't serve you. It's not easy. It's not easy to walk in your destiny. It's not easy. It's work. It's hard. It's brutal, but you are built to last. You are made, I am made in the image of God. Don't ever forget that. So if you're ready, remember, ask yourself those questions. How is the enemy distracting me? How is the enemy destroying me? How am I destroying myself? And as you begin to look and see how you're destroying yourself, then at that point, it's time to get a clear crystal vision on your life and what you want and how you want to make this world a better place, and focus on that. What is the one thing you feel called to do? Go all in on that. Go all in on that like your life depends on it, because it does. We don't know how much time we got left, y'all. The clock is ticking daily. So if you feel like you need help with this in any way or support, then this is what I do. I help women heal from past emotional pain. I help women put on a new mind. I help women improve their confidence. I help women get healthy and heal so they can step into their destiny. And if that is you and you feel called to this message, then send me a DM. Other than that, I want to talk. How are you guys feeling? How did this message resonate with you? Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Aishah. How are you guys feeling? How did this message impact you? Are you walking in your purpose? Are you doing what God is calling you to do? If not, know that now is the time. Now is the time. Tomorrow ain't the time. Now is the time. Stop playing games with your purpose. Stop playing games with your destiny. Stop acting like you don't know who you are. You got God in you. I don't want you to sit here and lead this talk today. If you don't lead with nothing else, know that you got what it takes to win. You have everything you need within you to succeed, but you got to operate in that. You the only person in your mind. You the only person that can save you. Jesus can't save you. I'm sorry. You got to save you. You got to save yourself. We have to save ourselves. Nobody's coming to save us. We get to make our own choices. We make our own decisions. We put food in our body. We got to make the choice to heal or pass the trauma. We got to make the choice to overcome the fear or be in bondage to it. We got to make the choice to let go of the anger, the rage, the bitterness, the resentment, the regret. We got to learn how to make peace with our past and peace with ourselves so we can begin to move forward boldly into the life that God is calling us to live. I hope that this message served you well. I hope that you got value from this message. I hope that this blesses you today. I hope that now that you've heard this, that something has been triggered in you. And that you take what we talked about today and you implement and you apply. And if you need help, reach out to me or someone else and keep going. Don't stop. Don't quit. Don't give up. I hope that you all enjoyed this. God willing, I'll be back sometime next week. If you found value in this, say me. If this was helpful for you, say me. If you enjoyed this, say me. Let me know that this served you in some way. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it, y'all. And I hope that this served you well. And I'm wishing, thank you so much on TikTok. I'm glad, Sherelle. Thank you so much. Thank you, lovely Etoys. I appreciate it. Baron, thank you so much. Thank y'all. If you all need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Go live your dreams. Go live your purpose. You're not too old. You're not too young. You have what it takes. Don't believe the lies of the enemy. Don't make the enemy thoughts your thoughts. Don't be your own enemy. Don't do his job. Remember who you are and know that you have what it takes because you got God in you. Greater is he that is in you that is in this world. Don't you ever forget that. All right, you guys, I'm signing off. I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. I hope this blessed you today. If you feel any wisdom from this, feel free to pass it on and share it with someone that can benefit. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. God bless. Bye, TikTok.